Gemini, and welcome to your mid-month additional messages. Let's see what we have. Okay, well, it is in reverse, and you have Ewas here. Okay, so that's really the central focus of the messages that want to come through for mid-month. This is talking about sometimes feeling like you fell off your horse. Stalled energy. You could have been feeling that you were torn, pulled, and pushed and twisted in many ways. We got 2 water cards here too, so this could be also emotional turmoil you've been going through. But you know what we're seeing here, there's a reprieve coming in, so things are coming more into control. So that is in reverse. When it is in the upright position, then it's really reflecting on forward movement, and moving ahead. So you got that there. I feel more that most of you have been feeling that way, but you need to start taking more of a confident approach. And I feel you're going to be getting that. That's coming in here very, very clearly. So more optimistic. So some of you will, it could be dealing with some emotional stuff. That's what it is. And then you have Wanju here. Wanju is wonderful. This is joy. This is happiness. And look, you got the 10 of water here. You got the 7 of water here. Wanju is talking about, success, winning, finding that peace, finding that emotional peace, a reprieve, okay? There's more joy coming in, creating more harmony. When you get the 7 of water here, it is, there could be a lot of maybe opportunities coming in. You could be caught up in some new ideologies, okay, new ideas, wanting to maybe join a group, but then again, you're not sure. You're not making that move. Like this says, stop procrastinating. There's a sense that maybe some of you are procrastinating, but that, it's good. You're coming through here. And here you have Halagas. Now, this is like the Tower. So we're talking about, sometimes it does talk about things beyond your control. It could be weather related, but here it's right next to the 10 of water. So here, what you're seeing here with Ewas is going to change here. It's breaking it down. You're going to be moving forward. Look, 10 of water. For some, this can really be a yes answer to anything. It's like a yes card too, just like the 9 of cups. So this is a happy home, being more emotionally fulfilled. Okay, so you're investigating your options here, or you may be coming up with a whole bunch of different ideologies. Maybe you're even thinking of joining some kind of group. I don't know, moving forward. But then you're coming to this sense of peace, happiness, accomplishment, and making that decision. But don't procrastinate, move forward. And yes, that change is breaking through. And it's, it's a 10 too. So you're coming to this powerful ending and new beginning, okay? So that's what came out there. And we're going to pull one of these. Okay, priorities. So there you go. This is really correlating with the 7 of water here, because when you pull this card, one, prioritize, here you got the 7 of water, but it's telling you with priorities, when you get a card like that, if you need to get to bed earlier to release any stress, emotional drainage, whatever it is, get to bed earlier or get to bed later, whatever it is that you need to do. It's a wonderful time to start your projects. Okay, to accomplish your dreams, because you got a lot of water here. And look at the 10 of water. I mean, you got Wanju here. I mean, it's a really good reading. You got to let go of any procrastination or maybe even perfectionism, okay? Break your major goals into like tiny little baby steps, if anything. Revamp your list, to-do list. So prioritize what is most important for you, number 1, and then move along, especially when you're looking a lot of water here. So, you need to focus on what is good for you and moving along. Okay, and I'm going to pull a love card because February is the month of love, and it reminds us to love every day throughout the year. But let's see what you get. Okay, a message you got was separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Now, let's not jump here, if you're happily married or that, it doesn't mean that separation is going to happen. What happens, what this card could also mean is it's just maybe a time that you need to focus, on yourself a little. Sometimes we need to give each other space. That could be one way. I'm going to pull one more because when I get cards like that, I just want to see. Okay, so you got reconciliation. Okay, that's interesting. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, so that could be that way, or if there is maybe a separation, conflict, and then you reconcile again. So that's another way we could look at it too. Okay, and whoever's been following me now for the past few months, I started with the Cognitive Universe, and I used to do weekly gemstone readings, weekly tarot readings, weekly coffee cup readings, and it was so overwhelming. And then I moved this to this channel too, and I'm also on Astro Jar, and I want everybody to have a chance to put all their stuff on there instead of me overloading it. So I moved gemstones and doing a monthly here to cut my, I was pulling out a lot. So, but what I do is I also I pull cards that I feel, pull cards. I do methods differently each time. What I do is if I feel something should be added or done, I do it. So I do a lot of private readings for numerology, and I use these cards too. So I had a feeling to maybe for mid-month now pull a numerology card for everyone. So I always do things a little differently, everything I do. So let's see what you get. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, so you got 11. 11 is a very spiritual number, by the way. It says individuality, but 11 is very spiritual. Okay, so I love that number. It's one of my favorites. And it's talking about individuality, okay? And when you take these apart, one is, yeah, you're taking a leadership role, and you got double ones here. When you add it together, it's talking about a number 2, which is partnerships, making choices sometimes and decisions, supporting things that are very important to you, and can be dealing with relationships too. So that is what you got. Individuality, loving, spirituality. I absolutely love it. Anyway, Gemini, that was your reading for the additional messages for the mid-month of February, and I'll catch you back here for your monthly gemstone and runestone readings for March. Until then, bye guys.